And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. I'm your host, Nick Legato. So there's about 3 more things we really could do while we're on the airship. One of them, I'm sorry, 4 things we can really do, which we probably will. I'll at least tell you one of them. It's up to you if you want to do it or not, because, you know, it's up to you. There is, where is it? A forest right here. This forest here, specifically, that I'm flying over now, it is to the east of the, I think this is the right one, to the east of the Veldt. You will find a forest that is got nothing but bombs in them. That's right, nothing but bombs. Now, the bombs, there is a chance that of these bombs you will fight what's called a grenade. It's the only time in the game you can fight a grenade. This is not the right place, because here's a Chimera. That'll teach me for thinking that. Well, let's kill this Chimera real quick. You can steal gold armors from him, actually, so if you are looking for gold armor, definitely fight here. But we'll come back to this area in a minute. Oh, it didn't work. Didn't mean to come here. It must have been the other forest. Nice going! Nice going, Nick, stupid fuck. Since we're all in the back row, we should be nice and safe. Gao may eventually be able to sink him in there. No. But we do want the Chimeras to show up on the Veldt, so this is an important diddle here that we're doing. Yay, we won! And we got some magic points. But when we talk about the Veldt, I'll tell you some more specifics before we get to, once we get to the Veldt, of what you really might want to do. Because this is the one kind of slow part of the game where you do what's called Esper grinding, and it's not, you don't gain levels doing it, but you do have to do it because you're going to be fighting enemies without the ability to cast certain spells or what have you. Yes, this is the bomb forest. So, as you can see, lots of bombs. Lots of very, very angry bombs. Where's something good here? Where is my marshal? Woo! Now, of all these massive amounts of bombs, you can eventually fight it what's called a grenade. Their rage usefulness, they don't really have a usefulness in rage, really. They can do mesmerize, but that's about it. I'm not a big fan of the grenade, but this is mostly for the completionists, so if you want a grenade, by all means, you can hang out here. It's one of, I think, like 1 in 16 battles you'll find a grenade. So you can have fun doing that. I'm not going to. There's more cooler things you could be doing, wasting your time with than this. And that is to go up here. Here we go. This is called Triangle Island. It's been named this, anyway. Triangle Island, as you can see, I'm about to save before I do anything here, has 2 enemies, 3 sets of enemies. Dark Wind, Leafers, all level 1. But there's another enemy here that comes up once in a while who you cannot see. So how do you kill something you can't see? Well, you'll see what I'm talking about when we get there. I thought that you fought them in the forests. I think they're actually, yeah, I think you're more likely to find them in the forest, which is only 4 blocks wide. So, wandering. But we're looking for a very specific monster here. There it is. The Integer! You don't want to see what this thing looks like. You really don't. The Integer is actually a behemoth in this, behemoth in disguise. Sorry. And the best way to kill said behemoth is with Snare. You can't tell if it worked until after it's done, but there we go, we killed it. And now he'll show up on the Veldt, but look at that. 10 magic points. 10 magic points. If you are looking to level up spells, this is the place to really do it. And so make sure you have Gao in your party when you do it. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's get the hell out of here again. And let's go to the Veldt. There's some stuff we gotta do there anyway. And you won't gain a lot of levels off of the Integer anyway, so don't worry, don't fret too much about fighting it. It shouldn't bug you. Not really. Where's the town? Oh, it's over here. Dang it. There we go. So let us land. Now, we can move. We've already got, as you can see, there's already characters in the party. We need to equip Setzer properly, because right now he's not. He doesn't really need the ninja gear. Though he is the... No, yeah, he's fine. Okay, so... let's talk about these 4 characters here, and then I'll work around the Veld, and then I'm going to replace them with others while I'm still working Gao in the Veld if I have to, and I'll explain more about how you might want to consider setting up their summons. The Espers. So for the moment here, we've got Locke. Locke is not a magical superpower by any means whatsoever. If anything, he's closer to useless magically. So certain things, you know, he's not really going to benefit from. What I would make sure he gets boosts of or vigor. So any Esper that offers vigor as a bonus for leveling, this would be the guy to give it to, or strength even. You know, strength or vigor. Any of those are good boosts for him. So nothing here. What we will want him to be able to do, of course, is cast healing spells, which can also be learned here. We want him to be our main supportive caster. I want Locke to be able to cast safe stop. I want him to be able to cast, you know, haste shell. This is a guy that would be perfect for doing it. He's the fastest character, thus being able to cast the status effects in battle before the enemies usually get too much in turn to attack. So this is really good for him. When you're done, I would toss on Meduin. It has a very low level of learning, but learning Fire and Ice 2 for him would be good. Or throwing in Bismarck, so he at least has Ice 1 in there. And then throwing on Meduin, because I love him a completionist. If he's going to learn spells, I want him to learn them that way. But learning Fire 2 and Fire 3 for him would be important, but he really doesn't need to learn, like, Drain. And, where's Shiva? Shiva. He really doesn't need to learn Osmose so much. But Rasp is there, but that can all be learned over here anyway. Rasp and Osmose is at a higher level, so, and Shell's here, so he'll probably learn these as well, just ad libitum. He does want to learn definitely this stuff here. So you'll want him to learn Life and Remedy as well. So, but you know, so he gets a little bit of everything. But when he's done, you're gonna want to equip something like Ifrit on him, so he keeps building up. Setzer is more of a mage type than anything, so you're going to want to focus on offensive magic. So definitely dump an Ifrit on him, dump Shiva on him, dump Meduin for Bolt 2, because it's got a better burning rate than here. You're going to want Shote on him at some point as well, so he can learn Bio and Break, and somebody in the party needs to learn Doom, so make sure he sits on Doom. You'll want him to make sure he gets Doom. This stuff so much is not as important. He doesn't really need to learn Carbuncle stuff. He doesn't really need to learn Golem so much, though it does help. He does need to learn the least Rasp and Osmosis. These are easy for him to get if he needs them. And I would toss on Seraphim, which is actually just an angel, which I think is originally called Angel. You just toss this on him for all of his standard curing spells, which is good. And that really is about it. I mean, you can... And while you're using him and you don't have any... If you plan on using Setzer, definitely at random throw on some of these weaker summons so he picks up some of the little side stuff while you're leveling him. Scan is always useful, but since you have me, you don't need it. Poison, not so much because you'll have Bio. So, I mean, you're going to put random stuff on him off and on throughout the game, but we're going to start with... I would say Bismarck. That way he can at least start with the low-level spells. I'm a little, like I said, I'm a stickler for that kind of stuff, so... Edgar! Edgar doesn't need offensive magic, really, to make him dangerous. Not really. He's dangerous on his own with his tools. So he is going to be like Locke. He's going to be more of a supporter. So learning things like Zone Seek and Golem... I mean, he's got one level 2 spell already. He really doesn't need another one for the moment. Maybe I'll, if he's learned all the important boost and status effect spells, I'll throw a Meduin on him to boost his magic power while he's learning Ice 2. And actually, he only has to learn Ice 2, so I'll just toss Shiva on him rather than wasting the time it takes with Madoon. So, you know, that's the big run-of-the-mill there. Gao, same deal as Edgar. You're going to make him learn all of the side stuff. All of this, you know, all the little things here are going to be things you want him to learn. Berserk, Vanish, Demi. You want him to learn, maybe you could even have Bio Break and Doom, since those are more status effect than anything. Have him learn everything under Carbuncle, have him learn everything in Golem, have him learn the Zone Seek. You know, he's already got Stray and Siren down. He's got no healing magic, so after you've done, you know, Golem, Zone Seek, Carbuncle, and Shoat, I mean, maybe Unicorn, but you learn so much stuff so slowly on Unicorn, it's not worth it. When you've done Zone Seek, Golem, and Carbuncle, and Shoat, I'd throw on Seraphim so he has some healing as well. So this is going to cut it for these guys. We'll talk about the others as I introduce them to the party, but right now it's Veld hunting. We'll see you when I come back from hunting on the Veld. I actually did miss one other enemy we want to fight. They're called Baskervor, and I'm going to explain why they're important to fight. Calfers are negligible. You don't really have to have them. But the Baskervor, other than being able to be absolutely annoying, carries a very, very, very rare drop. That rare drop, actually, is the Gaia gear, I believe, and it's the only place in the game where you can get it. You can't buy it in a store, you can't get it anywhere else, but it's the only thing you can steal from him. So, getting maybe 4 of these is a good idea, sometimes more. Like I said, you can sit here until you get one, so it's not like it's a big deal. It'll take you 10 minutes to get 4 of them at the most. Shouldn't even take you that long, because there are only 3 enemies here: Chimeras, Baskervors, and the Calfers. So Baskervors are going to come up a lot. I think it was the Baskervors that had them. If not, I'll make a note in when we come back that they're not the ones that have it, but it's in their Gaia gear. It is in their rare steel, and it's the only thing that you can steal from them. So you can just keep sitting there until you do it, and then when you do it, kill them. Easy peasy Japanesey. Great piece of equipment, and it's useful in the next couple of dungeons we do. So definitely pick up a set. You only need 1 set for the moment, but if you feel like picking up a few more, go ahead. Okay, so we've been able to get the rages for Integer. We got Magroder, Rhino. We finally got Gobbledygook. We got a couple of them, but we didn't get Chimera, which I'm reluctant to keep working at it. But we will come back to the Veld one more time before a major event happens. Just to give you a heads up. So Chimera is definitely a raid you're gonna want to try and get. All right. So we've done that. We're all pretty much set here, but we do need to make a pit stop to do something important. So, when I can find the place, for the life of me, here it is. Let's landing the ship. I'm going to spend this time to talk about other characters as well. I didn't get a chance to do that. Cyan is just awful. So, obviously, if he's going to learn any Esper's magic, it's going to be supportive. Give him some offensive stuff later, but right now, just supportive. Sabine is going to be supportive as well, because he's got his blitzes to rely on. Terra should learn a little of everything, specifically offensive magic first, because she doesn't really have anything going for her right now. When you get Celis, you'll do the same thing for her. So that's just a head up with magic. Edgar is going to be supportive as well, because that's what he's going to be doing, is you rely on his tools a lot, but eventually you're going to have to start giving him offensive magic. So for the time being, I mean, that's kind of the balance that we're looking for team-wise and party-wise. This is going to be the party I take to the next dungeon as well, just to give you a heads up. Probably. So, anyway, on the next episode, a new character? Really? We'll see you there.